Hello team, I hope you are well, fine and good. So welcome to this another video session where we'll be discussing about the Iran linked hacker, okay, who started using the new Carbon C2 framework and targeting the Israel organization. We'll be discussing about each and everything in detail. So please stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you will be getting latest updates regarding any cybersecurity news. So coming to our discussion, right? So the newly identified Iran linked threat actor, who is actually been named as Cavern Manticore, has started targeting the Israel government along with the IT organization. It is through the use of modular C2 framework, which is especially known as Cav3rn for a very privileged thing that is all about cyber espionage. Okay, so this is the primary objective of this. Coming to the discussion about who is the threat actor, what are the suspected sponsor, objective, and the primary targets. So the primary targets are Israel government along with the Israel IT companies and strategic infrastructure. His objective is all about intelligence gathering, like cyber espionage, where the suspected sponsor all about the MOIS, that is all about Iran's Minister of Intelligence and Security. So the three actor is Carbon Manticore, which I have already stated. So coming to what is Carbon C2 framework, that each and every one should need to understand and get to know about. So the Cavern C3 or Cavern R3RN is a modular malware framework. Okay, so it is what? It is a very uh, crucial framework where it belongs to a malware family. Okay, so when we discuss about malware family, we need to understand about how what sort of activity it can does, what sort of modification it can does, what sort of file uploads and downloads it can does. So these all comes into play, these all comes into our mind, right? So the Carbon is a modular framework, okay, which is especially designed to convert and to maintain access to a compromised system. Okay, so the modular architecture, remote code execution, RCE, along with file uploads and downloads, credential theft, data collection, plugin supports, encrypted communication, persistent across the reports. So here what the threat actor can load any component needed for specific victims, making detection very harder and impossible. So infection chain. So each and every attack has some infection chain which we need to understand and which we need to gather. So one is the reconnaissance. So here a reconnaissance of Israel organization along with initial compromise all through a phishing or exploitation of exposed system. And then after followed by malware execution, that is also very crucial. Then DLL side loading to evade the detection, dynamic link library side loading to evade the detection. Then it started following the Carver loader installs. The Carver loader actually start installing, and it eventually leads to connection to an attacker's C2 server. Okay, where the download of additional modules occur and long-term espionage and data exfiltration started. So advanced evasion techniques. So what are the different advanced evasion techniques usually used over here? One is DLL side loading. Here, it uses legitimate application to load malicious DLLs. Started appears to a trusted software. Then after bypass the application, bypass the application and allows testing. Then harder the EDR to detect any sort of our endpoint detection will be failing to detect this DLL side loader. Then native OOT modules. So when the modules compiled using native AOT instead of traditional .NET assembles, so it started produces native executables. Then after smaller footprints, less managed runtime metadata. Then after harder for reverse engineering and better antivirus evasion are the different native OAT modules. Then app domain unloading. When we discuss about the app domain unloading, we need to have the malicious component which started, malicious components loaded into a temporary .NET app domain and unloads after the execution. And it does these three activities, that consisting of a removes evidences from memory, then after removes the forensic artifacts and makes memory analysis much more and difficult. So then we need to have a discussion about the low virus total detection. Why? Because many carbon samples had very low AV detection rate when first discovered, because the indicates custom built malware, not a recycled tool, and harder to detect in early stage are the different advanced evasion technique that is basically used by this Cav3rn. So attack techniques, MITRE attack techniques, indicator of compromise detection, and recommendation that we need to follow, and why Cav3rn is very dangerous. We have also here I have also displayed. So please do a subscription, folks. Do not forget that. So MITRE, when we discuss about MITRE, initial access all about T1566. Okay, where phishing related suspected activity been identified. Then after started execution, command execution, defense aviation, where DLL sideloader started doing its activity. Persistence remaining auto starts like boot or log on. Command and control application layer protocol. Discovery consisting of system information discovery, OS credential dumping comes under credential access collection like data from local system, exfiltration from C2 channel. So these are the different MITRE attack techniques that has been used over here. So indicator of compromise. When we discuss about the IOCs, unexpected DLL loading by trusted application, okay, followed by outbound encrypted connection to known infrastructure, then new native AOT executables in the environment, then followed by PowerShell or command execution from unusual processes, memory only modules, then suspicious scheduled tasks for registry persistence are the different indicator of compromise. So coming to the detection or a recommendation, so monitor DLL side loading activity, inspect any sort of unusual outbound C2 traffic, enable behavior EDR detection, hunt to native AOT executables, then followed by monitor app domain creation. Okay, then keep the system patch and restrict unnecessary admin privileges, apply network segmentation from critical assets. So last but not the least, why Cav3rn is very dangerous, because of its highly modular, framework, frequent updates, memory efficiency, difficult to for reverse engineering, easy to customize for different victims, designed for long-term response. This campaign shows that Iranian state linked, operator are evolving with advanced malware, modern techniques, stealer tactics, making detection much harder for any threat that is actually persist than ever. So till then, thanks for giving your precious time, folks. Please do a subscription to this channel, get the latest updates.